In the heart of Festus, Missouri, nestled quietly within the rolling hills and sprawling suburban landscapes, an unimaginable tragedy began to unravel, shattering the lives of a seemingly ordinary family. On an unremarkable Tuesday morning, 36-year-old Ashley Parmeley walked into the local police station, her appearance disheveled, her clothes soaked. The confession she offered sent ripples of horror through the small community and beyond. Ashley admitted to killing her two children, 9-year-old Scarlet and 2-year-old Isaac. In a shocking and chilling recount, she told officers at the Festus Police Department that she had shot Scarlet and drowned Isaac. The details that followed painted a picture of despair and mental turmoil, highlighting the tragic intersection of mental health struggles and devastating violence. The sequence of events began earlier that day in St. Francois County, where Ashley first tried to sacrifice Isaac. She later admitted to law enforcement that this attempt was unsuccessful. Her next horrifying act was to shoot Scarlet. According to court records obtained by Fox 8 New Orleans, after fatally shooting her daughter, Ashley began driving north with both children in the car. During the journey, she realized Isaac was still alive. Desperate to complete her initial horrifying intent, she stopped at the Timber Creek Resort, located 13 miles from the police station, and drowned Isaac in a pool of a water fountain. Emergency personnel found Isaac's lifeless body and pronounced him dead at the scene. The brutality of these acts led the Jefferson County Prosecutor's Office to upgrade the murder charge for Isaac from second-degree to first-degree murder. Similarly, the prosecutor in St. Francois County charged Ashley with first-degree murder for the death of Scarlet. As the investigation continued, new concerns about Ashley's mental health surfaced. In the hours leading up to the murders, Ashley had changed her Facebook profile picture to a black screen, a stark, silent cry for help. Further digging into her past revealed a history of depression and isolation. 4 years prior, before Isaac was born, Ashley had posted on Facebook about her struggles with depression. She wrote about feeling timid and unfriendly, and how she isolated herself despite desperately needing a friend. She questioned whether her children would be better off without her as their primary caregiver, believing they deserved a better role model. Ashley's tumultuous history didn't end with her mental health struggles. Family court records showed that she had been embroiled in a custody battle with Scarlet's father since Scarlet's birth in 2015, a case that was only resolved in 2021. During this period, Ashley had also taken custody of her then 11-year-old niece, who stayed with her until she turned 18. Violence seemed to shadow the Parmeley family. Ashley's uncle had been convicted of murdering his parents, Ashley's grandparents, in 1999. This gruesome family history, coupled with her own personal battles, cast a long, dark shadow over Ashley's life. The community was left reeling. Neighbors who had interacted with the Parmeley family were in utter disbelief. Brandy Trask, whose daughter played with Scarlet, expressed her shock. She saw Scarlet every day and noticed no signs of unhappiness or trouble at home. Ginny Russell, another neighbor whose daughter also played with Scarlet, described her as an amazing little girl, full of life and energy. Scarlet would tell anybody and everybody every time she walked out of the door, "I love you," even if you were a stranger. She wanted everybody to feel loved. "Love describes both of them deeply," said Chad Smith. Smith, a pastor in Festus and a close friend of Scarlet's father, Jason Doherty, said Scarlet and Isaac were the most amazing kids. Scarlet, being 9, had one of the greatest personalities that you could ever see in a little girl. She was a little redhead with so many freckles, and she was always smiling. She always wanted to go fishing, play ball, and pitch. She was just a happy kid. And Isaac was a good boy, Smith said. Smith said Scarlet could light up any room with her bubbly personality and laugh. "She's like her daddy. He walks into a room and before you know it, he takes over, making you laugh and being funny. That's the same way Scarlet was," Smith said. Their fathers loved them so deeply. Jason and Michael are doing how you'd expect. They have their moments. They're both amazing fathers. Scarlet practiced her gymnastics and cheerleading moves at Flipside and Festus. Family friends said Scarlet was an amazing athlete. Her former gymnastics and cheer coaches at Flipside and Festus said she could light up any room with her smile. She loved her teammates. She was always their best friend, always looking for friends, always willing to talk to them. She was just such a joy. Every time we had a new kid in class, She wanted to be the one who took her to the bathroom or helped coach. She was definitely a leader, said Jen Wright, Scarlet's cheer coach. Allison Andeline, the program director at Flipside, said she wants Scarlet to be remembered for her bubbly demeanor, her friendliness, and her hugs. While her assistant gymnastic coach, Brittany Shrout, said she will always remember Scarlet's smile. It was very contagious, Shrout said. Scarlet Parmeley Doherty's father, Jason Doherty, said in a Facebook post, "I never thought this day would come, but I don't think any parent ever does. Scarlet is no longer with us. She loved everybody she ever met and loved everything in the world. She had no hate in her heart. You used to say I love you so much, but what you didn't know is, I always loved you first. This should not have happened. Take care of your baby brother. You both will be missed." In the wake of the tragedy, a vigil was held for Scarlet and Isaac. The local Little League fields, where Scarlet's team, the Pink Flamingos, played, canceled all games except for a softball game in Scarlet's honor. At the start of the game, her teammates released balloons, a touching tribute to a young life lost too soon. Scarlet was remembered as a bubbly, energetic, and trustworthy student who was eager to please and had a good sense of humor. She was looking forward to starting 4th grade at Festus Elementary School, where she was a beloved figure among her teachers and classmates. Ashley Parmeley was held at the Jefferson County Jail without bond, facing 2 first-degree murder charges that carried the possibility of the death penalty or life imprisonment without parole. As details of the case emerged, the depth of Ashley's despair became more apparent. In 2020, she had openly shared her struggle with depression on social media. Her post revealed a woman isolated by her own mind, longing for a friend, and constantly questioning her worth as a mother. She felt she was failing her children, that they deserved someone better. This profound sense of inadequacy and the crushing weight of depression created a dangerous combination that culminated in the tragic events of that day. In the small town of Festus, the community came together to mourn and support each other. Grief counselors were made available at Scarlet's school to help students cope with the loss. Friends and neighbors who knew the family struggled to comprehend how such a tragedy could happen so close to home. Chrissy Kane, a local resident, left flowers outside the police station, echoing the collective grief and disbelief felt by many. Caitlin Wiley, another local, expressed her sorrow, unable to imagine the pain the family was enduring. Scarlet's love for the outdoors, fishing, and softball was fondly remembered by family friends. She was a child full of life, taken too soon by an act that no one could understand. The community's outpouring of support was a testament to the impact Scarlet and Isaac had on those around them, despite their short lives. As the investigation continued, Sheriff Dave Marshak addressed the media, highlighting the profound impact the tragedy had on the community. He noted that Ashley had strong ties to the local area and had never been in trouble with the law before. The resort where Isaac was found, owned by Holiday Inn and known for its recreational activities, remained closed as the investigation unfolded. Photos from the scene showed Ashley's silver Mazda SUV, Missouri license plates visible, being searched by police. Among the items retrieved was a bloody beach towel, a grim reminder of the violence that had taken place. Officials planned to provide further updates as the case developed, but the immediate focus remained on supporting the grieving community and seeking justice for Scarlet and Isaac. The days following the tragedy were marked by a profound sense of loss. The residents of Festus, a tight-knit community, struggled to come to terms with the events. They shared stories of Scarlet's kindness, her love for softball, and her infectious smile. Isaac, though only 2, was remembered as a bright and joyful child, full of potential. Amid the mourning, practical efforts were made to support the grieving family. GoFundMe pages were created to help cover the funeral expenses for Scarlet and Isaac, allowing the community to contribute in any way they could. The generosity and compassion shown during this time were a testament to the community's resilience and unity in the face of such an overwhelming tragedy. As Ashley awaits her trial, the focus turned to understanding how such a tragedy could have been prevented. Discussions about mental health awareness, support systems for struggling parents, and the importance of community involvement became central to the community's response. The hope was that through these conversations and actions, they could prevent future tragedies and ensure that those in need received the help and support they required. In the end, the story of Scarlet and Isaac Parmeley was one of immense loss and heartbreak, but also of a community's strength and determination to heal. The memory of these two innocent children will live on, driving efforts to create a safer, more supportive environment for all families in Festus and beyond.